Welcome to the Support is Sexy podcast. I'm your host, Elaine Fluker, executive coach for high-performing women. Join me for inspiring conversations with over 500 women leaders around the world as they share how they excelled in their careers or launched successful businesses and the important role that support played along the way. Because as we always say, having it all does not mean doing it all alone. Here we go. Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Support is Sexy. I'm so happy to have you here. You know it just would not be the same without you. And today I have a tough question for you. Have you been laid off recently? Are you worried about being laid off? If so, you are not alone. This episode is being released in March of 2025, and it is a tough time right now for a lot of people, and we're all experiencing it together. Now, mostly I'm speaking about individuals, especially in the United States, but I know we have listeners all over the world, and all of us in different ways are impacted with changes in the economy because all of us are connected. In the United States alone, in the first 2 months of 2025, approximately 221,000 Americans have lost their jobs, just in the first 2 months of the year. And that's a 33% increase compared to the same time in 2024. And these losses are across every sector, from government jobs to the private sector, so it's hitting us all hard. Now, unfortunately, there are no easy answers on when this will end and improve. And for a lot of people, the uncertainty, the ever-changing workforce, and the constant reorganizations can lead to stress, anxiety, grief, and a question that a lot of us have right now. So now what? What are we supposed to be doing now? You might be asking yourself, what should I be doing to prepare myself right now? How do I survive if I lose my income unexpectedly and can't find another job or another client for a while? I have to mention, for self-employed individuals or individuals who have big businesses, this is impacting everyone. We are all connected. I personally have had situations since, I would say, November of 2024, where things have almost come to a stop in some ways with getting new clients, having different conversations, different projects. I know people who have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in their business because certain projects and things are no longer possible to move forward. It's a lot. It's impacting everyone. So that might be a question for you. How do I survive if I lose my income or my revenue unexpectedly? How can I connect with others so I don't feel so alone? How do I remain resilient? How do I prepare for my next chapter? What even is my next chapter? Of course, we all have different parts of our life or ways that we move forward in our lives, and we can determine our next chapter. When you feel like, though, you don't have control, you might have a sense of loss of control, I should say. It can produce anxiety. What are the ways that you can create additional income? That might be a question for you. And where can you turn to for support? And these are questions weighing on the minds of millions of working women. And though, we say hope and pray and hope that things get better, of course, hope and prayer offer solace, but they are not a substitute for support. And here, we're all about support at Support is Sexy. You need a community that offers you a place where you can be honest about what you're feeling, what you're going through, and you can gain access to people who can help you, who can provide guidance to you to help you navigate these challenging times. This is the intention of a new community that I just launched called So Now What? That's the question. So now what? And that's what this community is called. So now what? Now, as a coach, many of you know I work with high-performing women, and I've supported countless clients on their journey of personal and professional development. The thing is, though, and I am aware of this, traditional coaching can require an investment of thousands of dollars. Everyone is not able to afford that right now. Again, we're all at different points in our lives, so to say you can't afford it isn't to say you don't have the money. That might be the situation, which is fine. Or there's some people you don't want to spend that money right now because it's such uncertainty. Whatever the reason is, everyone is not at a point where they're ready to invest in traditional coaching. That doesn't mean that you don't deserve or need the support. So I personally feel a deep responsibility to create a space where working women who are struggling with emotion, with figuring out what to do next, with getting some support, can come together and share their experiences and get that coaching support. I will tell you, this is something that I've been thinking about ever since all of this started unfolding in 2024. What are the ways that I can help? What are the things that I can do? Of course, I still have my business as an executive coach, so I work one-on-one with fantastic women across all industries, all around the world. It's a passion of mine. It's something I will, of course, continue to do. I love, love, love doing it. It's a close second to writing for me. I love writing and I love coaching and supporting individuals. The thing is, everyone, again, cannot afford it at a certain level, the level of one-on-one, so to speak. But you still need that support. So I have been thinking, what can I do? What can I do? There's a lot of, I will say, great coaches out there who are organizing groups to do coaching for certain segments. So I know one group that's doing volunteer coaching for federal employees, and they're offering them, I believe it's 3 coaching sessions. I don't know the name of that group, but if I find out, I'll put it in the show notes. But I think it's just a group of coaches who got together and said, hey, let's get people to sign up, because I signed up. Let's get people to sign up and offer free coaching sessions, a certain number, 3 to however many you can offer, to individuals who are federal workers, which is awesome. So of course, I will say this isn't the only support option in town, but this is my way of offering support. I wanted to create a space, especially for working women right now, because that is my passion. Those are the clients that I work with. Those are the clients that I stand for. Those are the clients that the podcast is for. Those are the clients and people that my books are about. So I'm very passionate about serving women. This is what I want to offer and put out into the world. This community called So Now What. If you want to find out more about it, go to sonowwhat.net. sonowwhat.net, and you can find out all about the community. Now, my motto as a coach is first feel, second solve. First feel, second solve. It's about feelings first, and then we move to solutions. This is something I learned from my business coach, Margot Geller, who I have been working with since 2017. And it is a phrase that I have adapted not only for myself, but for the individuals I coach as well. I will say I'm one of those people who likes to jump to solutions. A lot of us do. If you're problem solvers, think about work, whether you're a mom, whether you're both, you're trying to figure things out, you want to problem solve. It's a natural thing, but a lot of us skip over the feelings, or we suppress the feeling, or we ignore the feeling, and feelings are there. And unfortunately, if we ignore them, yet they guide how we're making decisions, or they guide how we move, or they guide our next step, it becomes a problem because you haven't acknowledged how you're feeling, or you haven't acknowledged how this is really impacting your feeling. And if you think about AI and different things like that support us in other ways, hey, I'm all for AI as long as it helps us out to do the things that we need to do. If you think about the situation that we're in right now, especially with work, people might think you can turn to AI for support. You can turn to this group for support. Of course, but AI might help you build your resume, but AI is not going to help you process your feelings. And if you think about networking groups are great. And in this group, I'm hoping women will come together and network. Networking groups can help you connect, though, but alone they won't help you heal. They won't help you address your feelings. They won't help you think about that part of it first before you move on to the solutions. So in the So Now What community, we prioritize feelings first and then delve into strategies and solutions. So I am about offering strategy to anyone who works with me one-on-one knows we talk about the feelings and then we get to it. What are we going to do now? So now what? So by joining the So Now What community, you'll have the opportunity to get real about what you're feeling and experiencing at this time. You'll have access to coaching from me personally through conversations facilitated within the group. You'll hear from experts who share their crucial insights on topics that matter to you most. You'll also learn tips on how to maintain your mental and physical wellness, which is so important always, but especially during this time. You learn how to deal with loss. You learn how to manage stress and so much more. Also, you'll be a part of a supportive community of women. So that is what I'm building here too, a community of women who come together and who can connect and support each other, who might have shared experiences. We're going to learn from each other and we're going to teach each other. You'll also be able to join virtual events that I'm going to get together. You know, I love interviewing people. I've interviewed over 500 people on the Support is Sexy podcast. I have access to so many wonderful people who love to share their expertise. We're going to have some virtual events and bring them in and have them share with you their advice and insight. We're also going to have events that are networking events. We'll figure out what that looks like. And in fact, you know what? We are going to pull this together. We are going to decide what kind of content should be in the group. You and I together are going to decide the advice that you want to hear. You and I are going to decide the resources that would be most beneficial to you. So this isn't about me. I am facilitating this. I am starting this to bring everyone together, but it's very important to me. And you'll see when you join the group, there are several different surveys, polls, and questions I'm asking because I need to know what you all need. I can speak from, of course, my experience, especially as a person who is self-employed, who has my own business, the challenges that I've had in business in this changing time and coming up with, okay, what are the ways to pivot? What are the ways to do things differently? What are the ways to create other streams of income? I currently have 6, thank goodness, and I'm glad I had all of those set up before everything started to change because, hey, when one thing goes, you lean on something else, you make another move, you change things around. You have to have that option, though, before things start happening. Not to say that it's too late. Hopefully you're hearing this in March of 2025 and we can figure these things out. But again, that is my experience. I need to know what you all are experiencing so I can answer the call. That's what I will call it. I can answer the call and say, this is what the group says they need. I'm going to find an expert in this category. I'm lucky I probably already know one because I do have a great network of individuals who it has nothing to do with me, but because of this podcast, I've connected with so many fantastic women and a few good men, I always say, who can share their expertise. So if we got an issue that comes up that everyone in the group wants to talk about, I'm going to find someone to come to us and talk about it. So that is the group. My aim is to bring those voices, that expertise, and that support into an engaging space where you can tap in, you can share your experiences, and again, we can all learn for each other. Now, as I mentioned, this is something I wanted to create to really give back at this time and create a space where people can come together, especially working women. So it's currently priced at $9.99 per month. So less than $10. If you're in New York and buying a coffee, this might be less than the coffee that you buy if you get a special drink. $9.99 per month. That's it. There's no other fancy pricing. There's nothing else. There's no tricks to this. I wanted to make it, again, as accessible as possible. So it's less than $10 a month. Now, you might be thinking, why isn't the group free? As I said, there's plenty of free options out there. There's plenty of things that you can do. And I think you should do that. You should have as much support as you feel you need right now. What I have found, and I've spoken to experts about this, I've spoken to my coach about this, I've spoken to my mentors about this, just really doing a survey and asking people, what do you think should be the price and should there be a price? What everyone has found is that if people don't invest something monetarily, usually they're not as committed. Now, you might be saying, well, that's not me. I would show up anyway. Maybe that's wonderful. But I find that in my own experience, even as myself, if I think about paying my trainer, paying for certain subscriptions to things and other things, I want to make sure I use it if I invest in it. I don't care how little it is. It could be $5. If I paid $5 for it, I want to go check it out and know that I'm using it and know that I need it and know that I'm getting something out of it. So it also, on the other end, makes me even more accountable because I know this isn't something that I'm kind of doing on the side that people come in when they want to. I mean, you come in when you want to, but you know what I mean? It's not casual. This is an exchange of value. I'm exchanging all the value that I mentioned that I'm providing to you. You're exchanging $9.99 and your beautiful selves when you show up in the group. So I want to talk about the price, keeping it hopefully super accessible at $9.99. Right now, that's no special or anything. That's what it is, under $10. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, so go to sowhatnow.net. Again, sowhatnow.net. I hope you'll join us. And remember, you are not alone. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.